this an appropriate moment? Should we tell Chris about Panama and the window cleaning?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
Should we? Are we allowed to say that?
Last series. This was
So
series
we're in
5.
Panama, and it's like 50 stories up,
Yeah.
and we've got to go window cleaning but it isn't a cradle, Chris. It's not a cradle. It's like a swing with a plank of wood, which is like 15 inches long and about 8 inches wide.
I'm out.
We go to step over the wall.
No.
Right?
No.
And we're hanging from the top of this place. We go to step over the wall, and as we step over and step on the plank that we're sitting on, his plank cracks. Right? So we're now forward, so it cracks.
Virgin Radio.
People ask whatever happened to the likely lads and call off the search because we've found them. Series 6 of Breaking Dad begins next Tuesday on ITV, while Gladiators continues next Saturday on BBC One. So please welcome the truly multi-talented dad and lad. It's Bradley and Barney Walsh.
All right, guys.
Hey guys, hello.
Oh,
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
There you go.
Thank you. I was going to take a photograph of it, but it arrived too late. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, do it now.
No. I'll do one afterwards. I'll turn it off. I'm sorry.
So look, here we are, Series 6.
Yeah.
A Breaking Dad. I mean, it's working. Clearly, it's working. The last time you came to talk about it was in January 2020, and we all know what happened next.
You're kidding?
No, it was Series 2. You came.
We made Series 1 when you were 18, Barnes?
19, 18, 19, yeah. So I'm 27 now, so
my gosh.
Yeah, we've been making the show 8 years.
Blimey O'Reilly.
It's been some adventures.
And now you are sort of, and officially, you're getting right up there with Little and Large and with Lauren Hardy, because Gladiators is like, it's double act time, isn't it? What about Mike and Bernie Winters, brothers? Did you work with Mike and Bernie Winters?
I didn't know. No. Mike, that's a funny thing you say that. We were talking about old turns the other day. I was with Pasquale, Shane and Brian Connolly.
Wow, come
and
on.
the four of us, and we were talking about old turns, and all those names came up. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mike, Cheese and Onion. You won't remember these. Cheese and Onion.
No, I don't remember Cheese and Onion.
Powison Jones.
Flanagan and Allen. I do, from the good old days. My mum used to love it. Sorry, Barney, you don't know about this.
Before my time.
So, Barney, congratulations. Well done. I mean, come on. This is fun, isn't it?
Thank
again.
you. Yeah, no,
Here
it's
you go
exciting.
again.
It's exciting. 6
and
series.
Gladiators as well.
Yeah, we really enjoy Gladiators, don't we?
Yeah, it's fantastic. That arena, 4,000 people, and it's just the kids. Chris, you know what it's like, mate.
Yeah, of course.
The kids, it's just amazing.
And it's come back, and it's a big hit, and people love it, and all the Gladiators are all famous again, and they're doing all the stuff, aren't they? Yeah. Great inspiration, great role models. Do you get to have a go?
No, and I wish I got to, because I'd love to have a go at that.
Which bit would you like? Because I'd like hang tough, because you get less bendy, you get less stretch as you get older, don't you?
Yes,
don't you, brothers? Right?
You do, yeah.
And because as kids, everybody could do the monkey bars in the park. Have you tried to do it? Have you tried to hang recently? A, with 2 hands, B, with 1. You feel like your arm's going to come out of its socket.
Right.
Have you had a go?
No, I haven't. I'd love to. It's been
Seriously?
a while. It's been a while.
Have you had a go recently? I hang every day. I hang all the time.
Is that true?
I hang all the time.
Why do you do that?
It's really good. Where?
Why?
Because it's really good for your spine.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's extraordinarily good for your spine and
I
your
did not know
lats
that.
and everything. Yeah. So we've got a pull-up bar. Don't use them for pull-ups. We've got a pull-up bar, and it's in the door frame attached to his bedroom. And we have a rule: every time you pass it, you got to hang.
I
For how long?
know that.
How long?
30 seconds, minute.
Okay.
Then the kids have hanging, because the kids will do anything rather than go to bed. So all the stuff. Sorry, I'm not interviewing you. I was just talking. But the kids, they'll do anything rather than go to bed. So all the stuff that's good for them that they don't want to do, they're willing to do all that just rather than go to bed.
Right.
So we have hanging time and all this kind of stuff.
Nice.
And they're really good at it, because they're only 6.5, the twins.
Very, very good.
So what would you like? What would you have? You've not had a go of any of them. Not allowed.
No, they won't let us.
Because of insurance and all that.
Insurance.
Oh,
But I would
no.
love to have a go at the Eliminator. I think that's such an exciting thing to do.
Travelator,
And take-
Eliminator, the net and all that.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
isn't it? I mean,
The
you're not
zip
talking
line.
about that, but we've got loads
The
of
zip
time.
line from the top to the bottom. I thought the thing.
We're sponsored by the National Lottery tonight. The jackpot is £182 million estimated jackpot. Somebody won Set for Life last night, and somebody won 11 million on Saturday. It's all great. And we're saying, bonkers purchases. Vass's most bonkers purchase today is a pinball machine.
Yep.
Which isn't that bonkers, but it's quite bonkers.
And it was very impulse
It's more
as
of an
well.
indulgence, a luxury.
If you won 182 million,
What would be the bonkers purchase? So Tilly's biggest bonkers purchase was a £160 pair of cowboy jeans when she was drunk one night online. I bought the actual Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, 18 feet long.
No, you did not.
I did. I drove it once up Ascot High Street. That was enough for everyone, because the brakes and all that kind of stuff. But a one bonkers purchase could be the actual Gladiator set.
Yeah, the
Just
Eliminator.
because you could afford it, couldn't
yeah,
you?
Yeah.
Or hire the arena route, you and 4,000 mates.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
do
true.
the final round or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What about what's the
Pugil
thing?
sticks.
The pugil sticks.
Oh yeah, duel. Yeah, that'd be
You're
good
not even
fun.
allowed to
Yeah.
do that.
No, we can't. We can't do any of it.
They won't let you up on the podium, even though there's crash mats. I mean,
In fact, so much so they do the games rehearsals and the events rehearsals without us.
Yeah.
And they bring us in after. So they do all of that with the Gladiators and that, and then they bring us in so that we don't have time to do it, even if we wanted to.
sure. See what you did there?
Well, darn that.
Who did that? Who used to do that?
Come here.
Jimmy Cricket.
Jimmy Cricket. Come here. Jimmy
No
Cricket
one
was
knows who
funny,
they
wasn't
are.
he?
No one knows who they are.
Jimmy
It's
Cricket,
sad.
the long lost son, nephew, great nephew of Freddie Parrotface Davis. Got to be. Come on.
Freddie Parrotface
I'm just saying,
Davis,
not dissimilar.
unbelievable.
Jimmy Cricket was funny, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Just come
very
here, come
funny. Yeah, there's more.
There is more. There's always more. Anyway, you don't want to talk about any of that. It's talking about Breaking Dad, everybody. Back on ITV next Tuesday, April the 1st.
Yeah.
You've hit Japan. We've already watched it, haven't we? Yeah. You did get to sumo, though. It's funny that ITV will let you sumo and BBC won't even let you play with some over-padded pugil sticks.
I know, but they were very gentle, the sumo guys.
Well, you weren't very gentle on them, though, were you, Bradley?
Well, I was. He was playing around.
No, he wasn't.
He was
We've had this out before. He was playing around at the beginning. Sorry, we've not framed it. What happened? What happens? We're telling half a story here. What happens? Where'd you go? What are you doing?
So
go
we
to
went,
Japan.
We go to Japan, and then Barney sets up stuff I've got to do, and then with the company, and I turn up, and whether I want to do it or not, whether I can do it. So anyway, we then go. We end up at this sumo place, right?
Yeah.
Yujiro takes us to this sumo
He's
place.
funny, by the way.
Yujiro for everyone
mad.
who knows,
You've got
he's
to
a
take
tour
him
guide I
with you and all
found
your
this
other
time.
stuff.
He's mad.
Yeah.
He's mad. He's so
Japan's
great.
loss will be your gain.
Oh, he's great. And then basically we turned up and we had to, put all the whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. The belty nappy thing.
What's it called, Vassos?
Vas.
It's sumo. The thing? I don't know.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Okay, so it's a nice interjection. Thanks, Vas.
Pleasure.
Right, and so
Never knowingly over-prepared. Or at all. Go on.
So then we have got to take on the regime and have a go with one of the sumos.
But your guy was 220 kilos.
Yes.
Now, we absolutely agree that he was messing about when you started.
Yes.
But we think when you went for it, you did something with your feet that he wasn't ready for, and we think you did him properly.
Interesting.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Thanks.
But you did that. I'm devastated. I genuinely thought I'm not.
I don't know. I
ain't
thought.
blowing smoke.
No, take it.
I thought he started to lose his balance, and foolishly I tried to hold him up. It's like holding him.
Which is why you walked in like you did this morning.
I try honestly. I
Some
swear
boy,
to you.
wasn't he? Eh?
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
but let me tell you.
15,000 calories a day.
Yeah,
to maintain.
Yeah, the lovely people,
insane.
just the most delightful.
And after a session, they really do go for a nap, do they?
No, they actually do. That is true. That is absolutely
Wow.
true. Yeah. And the best meal, seriously, and everyone says you've got to go to Japan for the grub. And the best meal we had was after that sumo session where one of the sumo wrestlers cooked some sort of chicken broth thing.
Chicken stew.
You just made me really hungry.
It was,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
gorgeous.
but that was lovely. So thank you to those guys.
I went to Tokyo once for 36 hours for a golf show that we were doing, but I didn't get in the thick of it where you were. I actually went out to the volcano, to the mountains, because there's a golf course on the side of the volcano, which is all great.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I know. It's very famous, isn't it?
It's very famous, and it's also they love their golf so much in Japan, but there's so few golf courses, and it's such a sort of held in such high esteem that you put your golf bag on a moving train, and it moves, and you have to keep up with it.
Oh right.
To keep the play moving.
Oh right, I didn't know
and if you're
that.
not ready for your shot, you played running golf. You ever played running golf?
No.
That's fun. Running golf.
Is
You've got to
it?
take your hit and run it. It's the fastest play holes. Doesn't matter how many you shoot. It's
Right.
like you've got to finish.
Yeah.
But I mean, the PGA could they could do with those some bags of those, couldn't they? 6 hour rounds.
Yes,
Thank you very
please.
much indeed.
Yes.
No, but you had all the fun in the thick of it, didn't you? In the shops and all the restaurants and all that kind of stuff going on. You could smell it. Do you know what I mean?
loved
Through the
Japan.
telly.
I was so excited to go to Japan, and so when we had the opportunity to with this show, I just absolutely was like, yes, let's do it, because it's so culturally different to anywhere we've been before, and the things we were doing were so exciting and unique to Japan as well. We did some cool stuff and we saw some cool things, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm not a big lover of cities. Cities aren't my thing.
Right.
And so the place in Japan I really enjoyed was when we went to Osaka. I thought Osaka, or as Yujiro called it, Osaka. So I enjoyed that, more countryside, you know. And when we went to Thailand, the second half of the show, I really loved it because it was more sort of laid back. We went to Bangkok. It was okay. It was a city.
Yeah.
But then we went to Chiang Mai.
So beautiful.
Unbelievable. And I really enjoyed it, Chris. I just thought the countryside and the people.
And that's all to come. We've got all that to come.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we've only seen episode 1.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we saw the rope bridge.
Well, I believe the whole series drops the same day on ITVX, so everyone can catch up.
You're very on message, Barney, isn't
On
it? Yeah, you can tell he's a young bright thing. All the brain cells
1st
still
of April,
working.
guys.
So we can watch it all, can't we?
Yeah, you can.
That's cool.
On the
Next
1st of
week.
April.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
By the way, there's this rope bridge. How high up was the rope bridge you had to get over?
Which rope bridge was this?
Episode 1, Tokyo.
That one.
Yeah.
Was that the one where they wouldn't pick us up the other side?
Yeah,
Exactly,
You had to
yeah.
come back.
Oh.
And you genuinely had the vertigo because you could tell. You could tell.
I know people think I'm making out.
No, there's no way. You were white as a sheet.
I can't, you know.
I'm with you.
It does terrify him.
Yeah, it does.
It terrified me.
And I'd like to think since the early days, I've actually got better. But do you think I have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Wasn't a very high bar to start.
No,
with, but you've got
it's
a
like
bit better.
A bit better, yeah. But it's a high. And do you know this is true, Chris?
Come on.
When my dad was alive and he was a roofer, I used to help him.
Right.
So I'd be up and down the ladders
Isn't that interesting?
like a little monkey. I'd be up and down the ladders, no problem. I'm not talking about normal roofs. I'm talking about commercial roofs.
Yeah.
So factories. So I'd be up, no line,
But
no
now-
hat, fine. But now can't.
So you've developed a sense of vertigo.
I don't know what's going on.
Are you scared of anything that you've come? Because it's
no.
called Breaking Dad, but have you thought, hang on a minute, I'm a bit scared here?
No, but it's funny that you say that because as time's gone on, I have found things more difficult. So like when we first started and I was 19 and we were climbing up a rock face or jumping out of a plane, like I took like that like a duck to water, like very easily. I was able to do those things.
Fun.
Yeah, and now that these years have gone on and I'm 27 now and having a go at some of the stuff we did in this series, like there are moments when you go, oh, if this goes wrong. Whereas you don't have those thoughts when you're younger.
No,
you just go
when
for
you're
it.
young.
No,
27.
I'm still young. I know I'm still young, but you know what I mean. Like as you age, you gain a sense
keep
of
going.
your thoughts of impending doom.
No, I know what you mean.
Your mortality hits you, and you think, "Wow, here we go."
Yeah.
I think the beauty of the show, realistically, is that I think my character's rubbed off on Dad a bit in terms of the things, but also Dad's character's rubbed off on me, and we've seen more eye to eye on things. Because when we're doing a heights challenge or when we're doing something that's really scary, Dad now, from when we started, when he'd be, effing and blinding as he's putting on his harness and getting ready to do something, now he's just more quiet and accepting of it.
Yeah.
And what's also nice to see is that as I've, if I go, oh, I'm not sure about this, you're actually, Dad, the one to comfort me now, which is lovely in certain situations.
Is this an appropriate moment? Should we tell Chris about Panama and the window cleaning?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
Should we?
Yeah.
Are we allowed
this
to
was
say
last
that?
series. This was
right, so we're
series
in
5.
Panama,
Right.
and it's like 50 stories up,
Yeah.
and we've got to go window cleaning but it isn't a cradle, Chris. It's not a cradle. It's like a swing with a plank of wood, which is like 15 inches long and about 8 inches wide.
I'm out.
We go to step over the wall.
No.
Right?
No.
And we're hanging from the top of this place. We've got to step over the wall. And as we step over and step on the plank that we're sitting on, his plank cracks. Right? So we're now 40. So it cracks. So along the middle. So it's like, along the long ways, if you see what I mean. Not across, like, so you'll fall through it.
Yeah,
but
with
along
the
ways.
grain.
Yeah, with the grain.
Yeah.
So it cracks. And he's stuck, and he's like 40. So they've had to get us. We've had to gingerly climb back over. This is absolutely true. This is the first time anyone knows of this. So this is exclusive. So we gingerly climb back over. I am now losing my stuff. I'm now walking. I'm going. Oh my god! We're gonna die! And Barney gets a new plank of wood. They fit him up with a new one. And then as we're being lowered down, Barney's going, oh, I really don't like this. And now I've had to take over and start singing. When I'm cleaning windows, all the way down. And we've got these self-propelled things. And now all this time this is going on, we've got the mad guy who owns the kit swinging round us on his saddle from side to side, like a nut. He's going, hey, boys, you okay? And he's swinging this way, and then he's swinging this way.
Oh, it was scary.
And we're watching him going and we're trying to get down. Oh, and I went past a window about 24 floors up, and there's a bloke in the window looking at me going like that.
Yeah.
He's got his arms up. What are you guys doing? Because we had to try and squeegee the windows at the same time.
It wasn't even specialist equipment. It was literally a plank of wood and 2 bits of rope.
It's nuts.
It was like...
It wasn't even a specialist plank.
Whenever we've done something like that before, it's like you're harnessed up, you got rope, safety rope, all of this, and then we get there, and I've just never seen anything so lackadaisical in terms of it was just
Heath Robinson.
Health and safety, forget it. So on Mike's show, on one of our other stations on Talk, Mike Graham, he has a plank of the week. You got to go on it. I'll tell you about plank of the week.
Yeah.
Jeez, because we did the same thing in a cradle, didn't we, Vass? From Canary Wharf, and that was scary enough.
I can
Well,
imagine.
the camera guys were in one of those cradles. Our camera guys were in a cradle and were petrified.
I was
And we was
petrified.
on like I swear to you, we was on like an 8 by 15 piece of wood held by 2 ropes.
I presume you've parachuted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I've done tandem skydiving, and that was nowhere near as scary jumping out of a plane as standing in that sort of cradle outside Canary Wharf.
Of course, yeah.
We also did some abseiling down a tower in Portsmouth, and that was only 19 floors, but stepping off the top, very similar to, nowhere near as bad as what you've just described. And as we were, it was a sponsored thing, and as we were abseiling down, the people, it was a residential block of flats. They hadn't been told what we were doing. It was Sunday morning, and some joker opened his window and got a pair of gardening shears.
No!
And now, he wasn't going to do anything, but he was just joking. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Forgive me, but it wasn't that funny at the time. I was having a nightmare anyway. Sorry, Vash, you were going to say.
That is quite funny. No, we did it here. That was only 18 floors up. So we're 17. There is another floor above us.
Yeah.
And we got in the cradle, and it was terrifying.
Yeah,
and we had all the sort of the full news safety briefing beforehand.
Yeah.
Not in Panama on a plank of wood.
We were on a building in Germany, and they asked us to get over the side and walk down standing up.
Yeah.
Standing up, so you're vertical, face down, so you're walking down the building. So the floor's coming towards you. And before we get over, the German guy goes, don't worry, everything's okay. You haven't got far to go. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, what do you mean? He went, there's the graveyard. That's what he said to us.
German sense of humour.
Yeah, German sense of humour.
People say they don't have a sense of humour.
Yeah, he
They're
said-
wrong.
he
That
said-
is funny.
I said, you haven't got far to go. There's the
Schadenfreude.
graveyard. That's what he said.
Absolute
was timing.
Schadenfreude,
That's what he
isn't it?
said.
That is unbelievable. It's so funny that ITV get used to do all this and the BBC won't let you hit each other
I
with
know.
pillows. It's hilarious.
I know.
That you should say, have you seen our ITV show, by the way? I'll have you know, young people.
Yeah.
Wow, good, man, good. It's
Frightening
great.
it is, Chris.
Do you do product placement on the show?
No.
No?
Because they do it on some shows, don't they? So I think Britain's Got Talent has product placement and stuff like that. Because you could get some great stuff, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You get some the motorhome for a start. You'd want one of those.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Those in the States we had unbelievable. The Fleetwoods we drove in the States,
Yeah.
and I do drive them. People don't think I drive them.
Of course you drive them. It's obvious. Why don't they think you drive them?
Well,
I know,
Barnes.
a lot of people
You can see it on the telly.
a lot of people write going, Bradley's not driving that, or they're being towed, and I'm just thinking, like, can you imagine the logistics of not only going to the country, getting the Winnebago, but then hiring a tow truck company, getting it, and then removing the tow truck for the wide shots of like looking back at it would just be such a massive.
It's not Mission Impossible 8.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
Breaking Dad, for heaven's sake.
know.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because you dive into the culture of a country, you do all this fun stuff, and you do some dangerous stuff, you do some funny stuff, you do some surprising stuff, you do some enlightening stuff, and all they can say is, he ain't driving.
He ain't driving.
I know.
I think this show's not for you. I would say, forgive us, this show's probably not for you.
We've been very lucky with the show though, Chris, in a couple of instances because Barnes. Well, you can say Barnes because you've received a couple of letters and stuff, haven't you?
Families. I think one of the real reasons we love making this show is because connecting families, and we get a lot of messages from people, fathers or sons or daughters and mothers, and that say they love the show and they love watching the show, and maybe they haven't spoke to their child for a long time, or maybe they had a falling out or something, and they've decided to reconcile their differences or go on holiday together, or there was a guy, a father and son who hadn't spoken for years, and they'd watched the show, and then they decided to go to Route 66 together, where we went early on when we started.
Brilliant.
And to just kind of like settle their differences and go and
do
have
Breaking Dad travel.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just
You
just
should do
one.
like your
start a travel
trips.
company.
Yeah,
Dad said
definitely.
that at the beginning.
I did say that we should start
But
travel.
look, at the end of the day,
BDT. Forget BGT. BDT.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
travel. No, but at the end of the day, if we can, help out families like that, if one family benefited from our show, then that's a job
Well,
well
you
done
two are
for us.
great. I love you, the both of you.
Thank you.
Bradley and Barney Walsh. Are you gonna have a son just so you can do this show again? That's what
We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm a ways away from.
Okay, but it's not a no.
It's not.
If ITV are listening,
never say
it's not
never.
a no.
Never say never.
Series 27, bring it on. We've broken Grandad. Why not? We've got to talk about these things.
Yeah, I like-
Virgin Radio.